Alright, welcome back to X-Plane 11 and welcome to another helicopter video. This is the first time I'm flying this helicopter on the channel. This is the VSKYLABS R66 turbine helicopter. And we're going to be doing a little bit of FSEconomy flying, taking this on a kind of, I don't know, short cross-country, I suppose. We're going to 3 different airports today. We're starting in Cape Town, up to Easterplot Air Force Base, and across to Fisantekraal, and then back to Cape Town. So let's jump aboard and start getting things set up. So this is kind of cool. This had this little checklist that's actually handheld there, which is pretty neat. So let's go through this. So fuel shuttle fill, on, cool. Collective, fully down. Cyclic and pedals, neutral, rotor brake. Come up here and click this little chain. The circuit breakers are in. That's all off. Landing lights are off. Avionics, everything is off. Altimeter. It is 1012, so let's go ahead and set that. Right, well, we don't have that. So 29088, which is about there. Right, what's next? Okay, altimeter set, hydraulic switch on. Yes. Okay, let's turn the battery on. And strobes, so we'll do both. We'll turn on the nav lights as well. Then, key to enable, area clear. Right. Then fuel cutoff here can go in. Oh, sorry, they want that off. Throttle closed. Like so. Start button, push and release. Okay, that's now past 15%. Fuel cutoff on. MGT is coming up. Successful ignition. Observe. So that should stabilize around. Sorry, this one should stabilize around 70%. It's a little higher than that. Okay, let's put the guard on. Okay, we'll test all of these guys. It's all good. Generator on. We tested that. We don't need anti-ice. Doors, everything's closed. Frictions are set. Hydraulic switches are on, we've checked. Okay, let's lift and check the low RPM. Checked. Right, so we need to idle for a minute. Okay, so once this goes all the way around, it gets back to 3, because if we just push the engine up now, it's going to catch fire. We'll turn on the avionics while we do that. And let's set up our flight plan. So we are going to Foxtrot Alpha. Where are we going first? It's Easterplot, so it's Yankee Papa, yeah. Okay, how do I get rid of you? No. Okay. Foxtrot Alpha. Yankee Papa, cool. We can delete that for now. Actually, we probably shouldn't have done that. So let's insert above that. Okay, so that should put that above. Cool. And then after that, we go to Foxtrot, Alpha Foxtrot, and then Kilo is for Santa Cruz. Put that guy in, and then back to Cape Town after that. Right, that's our route set. Okay, let's slowly bring the throttle up. Okay, nice and slow. It's over a minute because we spent that time doing our flight plan. I don't think it's really supposed to jump all the way up to 100 there, but anyway. Okay, throttle slowly to full, N2, so that's up, and rotor, that's up, annunciator lights out, engine gauges, everything is in the green, and that is us good to go. How do I get a review again? There we go. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to do, because well, it's just a second GPS, I suppose. It doesn't sync with the one that we've got, so it's not going to show the same flight plan. I don't really feel like entering the flight plan all over again, so I think we'll just use that one because it's easy to see from where we sit anyway. Let's just jump outside. Okay, we haven't set the engine on fire, so let's turn on the landing lights while we're here. And FSEconomy is already running, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, so the first few times before you read the instructions, it is very easy to set the engine on fire on this helicopter. Alright, so just had a bit of a controls issue which I had to go and sort out. But the last thing we have to do is turn this guy on alt, and we should be good to go. Right, now I haven't flown this aircraft for a long time, so I'm going to need to do a bit of a refresher. So let's see if we can just get it into the hover and then keep it stable there. Now, in my experience, and maybe it's just because I'm used to flying other helicopters, but this helicopter has a tendency to want to run away from you, especially with the collectives. I'm just going to go to the end here. Oh, I'm very, very unstable. Just want to go to the end here and turn around. So especially with the collective, you see now, like now we're sinking, and I'll put in some collective to stop that, and I haven't moved it, and you'll see all of a sudden we'll just start shooting upwards. I don't know if that's real or if I'm doing something wrong or if that's just how the aircraft is or if it's a bug, but anyway, that's the part that I've struggled with in the past when I've tried to fly this helicopter. See, here we go, we're just shooting up and I haven't moved the collective. Alright, let's see if we can turn around here without losing control. I am very, very shaky. Okay, I wouldn't exactly call it controlled. Let's put it that way. Okay, that's the AMS hangars off to the left. So let's go this way. And which runway is active? I think it's 19. Yes. See, now it's just rocketing up, and I'm not sure why. I don't know, I find this helicopter much more difficult to fly than the 407, which I thought would be the other way around, but anyway. Okay, but we're getting a little better. It's just a case of a bit of practice. And without that force trim that you get in the 407, this helicopter is just so much more work. Okay, so 19, we're going to go to the right. And we'll take off. And we'll go probably 1,500 feet, I reckon. And make our way towards Cape Town city centre. And then we'll turn north along the coast from there to Westerplaat. Right, here we go. We're starting to get this a little more under control. It's not easy, but it's just going to take a bit of practice. So we'll just kind of take it easy and get the hang of it as we go. Right. Okay, let's put in a bit more collective here. Okay, and we'll start our turn. Much slower than the 407. Right, we're going out that way. Okay, let's get some trim in here. Make our lives a bit easier. That's better. Okay, actually 1,500, that's a bit excessive. We'll keep it at 1,000, which is about there. Right, okay. Things are feeling a bit more balanced now. We need a bit more trim to sort this out. Although we do appear to be flying skew, but we are coordinated. So that's one thing I've always wondered when flying helicopters. Do we keep it coordinated and kind of crab a little bit? Or do we, fly straight but be uncoordinated? I think we stay coordinated even if we are crabbing a bit. I'm sure that would be more comfortable. Because basically what I mean is we're pointing there but we're going there because of the wind. Right, that's Plot runway over there, so I mean it's really close. Now, another interesting thing that I don't understand about this helicopter is the yellow band on here and here are completely different. So here we're way in the yellow at 100 knots, but there we are not. Right, let's start our approach here. It feels kind of windy. Right, I don't know where the helipads are. I think they're on that side somewhere. There we go, behind that PC-12 it looks like. Oh, we are very high. Okay, so one thing we don't want to do is get slow with a higher rate of descent. That is when we get into dangerous territory. A little stutter. That was a little overzealous, that turn. Alright, is that a Phantom? I thought it was a PC-12. It's a bloody F4. Right. I don't know in reality if you would be allowed to taxi over the grass like this to get here, but anyway. I feel like I'd rather stay away from the Phantom with the way I'm flying this helicopter. Okay, I mean, look at that windsock. It's pretty windy, so that's actually probably a lot of the problem here. Right, so we'll land it into the wind. It'll make our life a lot easier. Whew, okay. That was a bit more intense than I thought. Now, once again, I think with FSEconomy we're gonna have to switch off the engine. Oh, okay, it worked. So we can pick up our passengers. Without having to shut down, which saves us a bit of time. Right, onwards we go to our next little airport. Right, here we go. Now, maybe to make our life easier, maybe we should just take off into the wind here. And then we'll turn around towards the harbor and make our way out that way. I think that's what we're gonna do. Well, we're doing it already, so... Right, well, not quite the harbour, but the coast is what I meant. Right, then we'll cross just north of the threshold here. And our next airport is kind of directly ahead of us now. Right, okay. This is proving a lot more challenging than I originally thought of. Clearly completely forgotten what this aircraft is like to fly. When I first bought this, I don't know, probably 6 months ago, I did quite a lot of practicing this, doing circuits and things like that. But obviously, flying the 407 is all I've been flying in terms of helicopters recently. It's kind of lost the feel for this one, although we're getting better. We have to admit, I'm doing a lot better now than that first takeoff at Cape Town. Our next question is the airport on the other side of that hill? I think it is. So do we climb over it or do we just go around it? Yeah, it is on the other side. We are on the approach path, so I don't really want to go too high here, so I think we'll just go around this side. We can go up a bit, we're still below 1,000 feet. I mean, this flight. Oh wow, that is an aircraft that was on approach to Cape Town when this photo was taken. It's got 4 engines, red engines. So the only 4-engined aircraft with red engines that flies into Cape Town, so it'll be an A340-300. It's probably Swiss. Wait, do Swiss A340s have red engines? Or is it Virgin? I know Virgin does. But I didn't know Virgin flew A340s. No, the Swiss aircraft have white engines. So that must be a Virgin aircraft. Oh, maybe. Does Virgin operate the 747? I don't know. Let's see. I'm not even concentrating on the flight now because that's just so cool. Okay, we're up at 1,500. That's what I wanted. That is amazing. I gotta figure this out. Okay, does Virgin operate to Cape Town? Okay, get ourselves back on course here. So it looks like Virgin does operate to Cape Town. I'm just trying to find out what aircraft it is, and I'm trying to fly the helicopter at the same time. So maybe let's fly to the airport here and land, and then I'll check this out. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Let's get ourselves to the airport. And then maybe we'll go back around that way on our way back to Cape Town and see if we can get an even better look at the aircraft, because that's hilarious. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's just I've never seen that anywhere else. I mean, there must be loads of planes in the sky when they take those images, but I've never seen that anywhere else. And this, I think I used Bing for this imagery. So technically, we could go onto Bing and find out the date this photo was taken, I believe. And then we could work out what flight that was. I mean, it's completely unnecessary, but it's interesting. Is that the airport up ahead? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, let's set ourselves up to land from the north so we can land into the wind. Oh, it's a little bit misty out there. I like that. Okay, so let's aim for those buildings there. We'll go around and around that one and come in like that. And we can start slowing down as well. Okay, I actually want to be bringing the speed down here, which we're not really doing, are we? This looks like a pretty detailed little airport. Okay, I think we're slow enough for now. If we can do 60 knots, I think that's kind of pretty perfect for what we're trying to do here. This feels so slow after flying the 407. This is an interesting looking airport. Is this a runway? Because it's very wide if it is. I mean, it feels like we're not moving and we're doing 80 knots, 75 knots. Yeah, I think this is the runway. Very, very interesting. Okay, we'll come in here, take that nice wide taxiway to the left and park up there in front of the hangar. At least that's the plan. Whether or not we can keep this helicopter under control enough to safely do that. I mean, we really are being pushed to the right of the runway here. Let's get that sorted. Okay, let's keep to about 40 knots until we get to the taxiway here. This is a taxiway. I think it's actually just another runway. Okay, so now if we slow to, say, 20 knots, that'll be good. I don't know if this is a runway. I think this is just like a big apron, because here's the runway. Right, let's park it up here in front of the hangar. Right, I'm starting to get the hang of this helicopter. This is feeling a lot better. Okay, I think that's close enough. Oh, that was a little bit firmer than I would have liked. Right, so let's just go in here and we can finish that flight. And start the next one back to Cape Town. Right, before we do that, let's go and see here. Right, so as it turns out, Virgin actually operated the A340-600 into Cape Town, so that's what I believe that is. We're gonna go take a good look at that again on our way out. So let's get ourselves into the harbor here. That was not good. Come on, get it stable. Look at that windsock. No wonder we're struggling. Okay, we're just gonna sidestep it like this. Alright, we're gonna go straight towards the wind. Look at that windsock. The wind is mad. Okay, I feel a little bit better about struggling, because I don't remember struggling this much before, but jeez. Okay, we also want to get ourselves going this way so we can come around that hill again, or that mountain over there, and find that that A340. Now there's an interesting test. Flight Sim 2020 also uses Bing. I wonder if it's there in Flight Sim 2020. That's something we'll have to check out. Okay, we'll go up to about 1,500 feet again. Such a beautiful part of the country. I mean, this is all farmland out here. But still, I think in areas like this, where there's no buildings, the ortho scenery and X-plane still looks awesome. It's just when you have buildings like that, well, that's a terrible view. But where you have buildings like that and you can see that everything's flat, that's where it kind of gets, it becomes a bit of a letdown. But other than that, and just looking out there, that looks awesome. Right, we'll just keep gentle left turn around this hill here. I think this is the Bottlery Hills. Could be wrong. Where Bottlery, I think, is those ones out there, actually. I don't know. Don't know what this is here, then. No ways, there's another one. I mean, that must be mango, it's orange. Why there's two? Because maybe one's the shadow? But yeah, I mean, it's bright orange, it has to be mango. That's going outbound though. Why would it be up here going outbound. Oh, wait. That could be, I don't know, that angle to be on approach to come back this way, I don't think is correct. Right, I mean, I've forgotten about flying the helicopter. I'm just looking for planes on the ground now. Right, where was the other one? I think it was further ahead of us. Okay, well, I think it's just up ahead of us, but while we're doing that, we have to do the mandatory flyby. Look at the angle we're flying at. Good looking helicopter. I'm scared of losing control, that's why I left that view so quickly. Normally I do that on autopilot. Right, I think it's just other side the hill here. Is it over there? Because I didn't come this close to this, did I? I think we've missed it. No, there it is there. Okay, let's slow right down and go and check it out. Yeah, that's it, straight ahead of us. Yeah, there it is, check it out. Wow, it is, it's very windy, but it's also getting a little bumpy now. Is that the same one I saw before? Right, let's bring the nose around here. I don't see red engines now. Where did I see that before? I mean, the engines look dark. Could those be blue engines? I'm gonna lose control if I try and fly it like this. I definitely thought I saw red engines the first time. But now I'm not so sure. Also, it doesn't look like an A340 shape. It looks more like a 747 shape. And obviously, British Airways operates the 747 to Cape Town with blue engines, or they used to at least. I think it's the 777. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely got dark engines, but I can't now decide if those are blue or red. But look at the front especially. That looks like a 747 shape. So maybe it's a British Airways 747. And the shadow was on the left-hand side, right across the tail, which means it was fairly early in the morning, because obviously the sun is then rising in the east. And the British Airways flights do arrive fairly early in the morning. So if I had to bet, I'd say that's a British Airways 747. I definitely think it's a 747 now, looking at the shape. I don't think it's an A340-600. Anyway, that's a little sidetrack to our flight, but we are coming to the end of our flight now, because that's Cape Town up ahead. Now this is probably going to be the most difficult part, is we got to get back into those helipads between the hangars. So maybe we'll come in between the parkings and the terminal here, and onto that helicopter, what do they call it? I think it's just a helicopter approach area or something like that. Or helicopter departure and arrival zone or something like that. But yeah, there's two on the taxiways in between the GA hangars and stuff there, so I think we'll use one of those. Obviously we shouldn't overfly the terminals, so we'll do our best to avoid that. Right, let's see if I can see what I'm talking about there. So there's the main taxiway. There's the taxiway, I think. I think it's that one, because, yeah, there's the AMS hangar there. So that one also has... We could arrive onto that one as well, but this is also... Yeah, maybe we'll do onto the AMS hangar there. That might work. But I think where we're going is straight across from that taxiway. Yeah, we'll take that one, which I think is helicopter departure and arrival zone 1. It's helicopter something or other 1, and then number 2 is there in front of the AMS hangars. Okay, let's start descending, and we'll start slowing down as well. Right, we're actually on the wrong one here. See, now, I believe we're not supposed to overfly the car park. Or maybe it's just the terminals we're not supposed to overfly. Let's actually go read that up, because there's a chart for this. And I thought I remembered saying something about not overflying the parking lot, but I mean, that's impossible if you're coming into this taxiway. So maybe it was just the terminal that we shouldn't overfly. Right, and the point is actually that 4-way intersection there, just other side of the bus. So that's where we'd come to a hover, and then the helipads are just in front of us. Okay, let's keep the speed up a bit here so we don't get slow and high. Right, that was almost perfect. Okay, the next issue is going to be getting it down on the helipad here. Let's put it down right on this one, I think. There we go. That was a lot better, that arrival into Cape Town. Okay, we'll go to idle. And then let's go through our shutdown check. Okay, collective, cyclic, and pedals. Neutralized, throttle closed. Frictions on, external lights. We will turn that off after we've shut down the engine, I suppose. A 2-minute idle. Jeez, that's long. Okay. So we need that to be there. While we're waiting for that to happen, let's go and end our FSEconomy flight. Pretty decent landing, I reckon. Right, there we go. We can turn off the landing lights. We don't need those on. Right, let's see how much we made. So we made like $1,000. Oh well. That wasn't the point. The point was to just get some more experience in this aircraft and have a nice, fun flight around Cape Town. Oh wow, you can actually see him with the checklist. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a good looking aircraft. This. Quite like the red. Right, I mean that's going to be nowhere near 2 minutes. I think it's 1 minute. Okay, what else do we need to do? Okay, so next, it's just to pull this guy. So let's pull that off so long. I suppose what we could do is shut down the avionics so long. We can certainly turn this off and turn the avionics off. Okay, that should be 2 minutes now. Cool. Let's go ahead and pull this guy out. Okay, fuel cutoff. Sprag clutch check. Cool. Rotor brake if required. And then avionics all off. So let's put the air brake, rotor brake on. There we go. Okay, rotor brake, avionics, and all switches off, so we can turn off the generator, turn off the battery. We probably should have turned these off first before we did that, but that is going to bring us to the end of this flight. First flight on the channel on the R66. It started off pretty poorly, but I think we started getting the hang of it at the end. I mean, look at that landing. I'm pretty chuffed with that. But anyway, once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do down below, and I will see you in the next one.